Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your host for the PoSiToSiS Podcast. Give it up for Dok-Tah Feel Good. Oh, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dok-Tah Feel Good, a.k.a. Chris Toledo in the house, kicking it off. Season 1, Episode 1, folks. Welcome to the PoSiToSiS Podcast. There might be some of you out there that are tuning in that are aware of PoSiToSiS, and there's others that are probably like, PoSiToSiS? Wait a second, how do you spell that? All right, let me break it down to you like this. PoSiToSiS. PoSiToSiS, baby. Some of you may be thinking, never heard of it, homie. PoSiToSiS. What is it? What does it mean? Yep, you know what? That's right. You may not have heard of it because PoSiToSiS is a word that I made up, and it has to do with all things positive. It's about positivity. It's about transforming all of life's experiences. It's about transforming all of your life's experiences into usable fuel for forward movement. All right. What does that mean? What that means is that anything that has ever happened to you, anything that is currently happening in your life, or anything that is going to happen to you in the future, you can transform that into usable fuel for forward movement. How many times, folks, have you in your life, in your situation, something happened last month, maybe last year, maybe 8 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, and every time you think of that event or you speak about that event, it feels like it's dragging you straight back into exactly how that was. So what PoSiToSiS can do, it can help you to focus on the positive first. It can help you to transform all of your life's experiences into usable fuel. So as opposed to that pulling you backwards, it's propelling you forward. Okay, that's nice. Transformation of all life's experiences into usable fuel for forward movement. PoSiToSiS is also, it's about training and retraining your brain. It's about training and retraining your coconut to scan for the positive first. It's about living life on the bright side, seeing the bright side, seeing that it's all good, even if it's not all good. Does that mean that everything is perfect 100% of the time? Not at all. It does not mean that at all. But what PoSiToSiS can do is it can help you through all of your moments. Folks, you know how it is. Sometimes things are nice. Everything is flowing just perfectly. The rivers are flowing in a beautiful and a harmonious way. You're on your way to work. You're driving to work, and all the traffic lights are turning green. You're just floating, hitting every single green light. It is all good in the hood. Everything is feeling nice. That's awesome. And in those moments, you know how it is. It's super easy to be positive. It's super easy to focus on the positive when all that is going on. But where PoSiToSiS really helps out is when things are not necessarily flowing that great. When you're in a hurry to get someplace and you're hitting every single red light. Somebody pulls out in front of you, going 17 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. Yo, what's up, man? How come you barely moving? Let's get a move on, baby. Let's go. Maybe your kids get up, giving you a little bit of a hard time, not doing whatever it is they're supposed to be doing. This is when PoSiToSiS really can be something that helps you. And I don't know about you folks, but I have been told my entire life to have a positive attitude. Good attitude, Chris. Make sure your attitude is positive. To have a positive outlook on life. To have positive vibes around me. To put out positive vibes, those good positive vibes. And to say only positive things about people. Otherwise, what do they tell us? If you can't say something positive, don't say anything at all. I've been told that my entire life. I imagine there's a ton of you out there who have been told the exact same thing. However, not everything is always positive. Sometimes things are not positive. And I would notice that when instead of focusing on the positive side, and I focus on the negative, what was wrong, why I couldn't, why it didn't, what the problem was, it didn't really help. Have you ever noticed that? If you stay on the negative side and you're thinking about what the problem is and why it can't work out, why it hasn't worked out, do you notice it doesn't really help at all? All it really does, it makes it longer that things are not working out. I got a cool PoSiToSiS story for you. But to get you in the mood, ladies and gentlemen, I think I need to put a jam on here. I need to get you guys in the mood a little bit here. So let me kick this beat right here. Go ahead. And what I want you to do is just kind of kick back a little bit. And I want you to find a little groove. You might even be able to bop your head. Shout out to Metroverse. Oh yeah. Get it, Metroverse. Oh yeah. Okay. I am feeling that. I hope that you felt that too. That is straight to jam right there. For some reason, you know what? Man, when I was a kid, I just fell in love with basketball. I loved playing hoops. I just loved it. When I was born, my father at that time was playing college football. Shout out to the Cal Westerners. Oh yeah. And by the time my mom was 19 years old, her and my father had 3 kids. 3 kids, ladies and gentlemen, 19 years old. So the kids kind of got tossed around a little bit. We didn't really have anybody to watch me on most mornings. So most of the time, on most mornings, I would go with my father to football practice. And they would practice super early, about 6 o'clock in the morning. And where my father went to college, Cal Western University, located in San Diego, California, baby, the 760, located right next to the beach. Brr. It was freezing cold in the morning, super, super cold. Fortunately for me, one of my dad's best friends was Lem Lemons, brother of Meadowlark Lemon from the Harlem Globetrotters. And Lem Lemons was a basketball player on the college basketball team. So while my dad and his teammates were outside on the practice field, working out, training, practicing football, super early in the morning, in the freezing cold weather, I was inside the gym with Lem Lemons where it was nice and warm, super toasty. And I got used to hearing the sound of that bouncing ball. And when the ball would go through the hoop, I would get so excited. So my intense love for hoops started at a super, super young age, which ended up becoming pivotal in me pursuing my passions in life. As I was growing up, I didn't really grow to be that tall. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am 5'8" tall. That's on a good day. But I always had this dream to play professional basketball, and I thought if there's a way that I can level the playing field, I'm not 6 foot something like most hoopers are. So what is it that I can bring that has nothing to do with how big or small I am that can like level the playing field? They can, instead of me feeling like I'm at a disadvantage, they can give me the advantage. Well, the way that any of us can level any of the playing fields for no matter what sport, no matter what profession, no matter what school, no matter what project we are in, it has to do with your dedication. It has to do with the quality of the effort that you put into whatever you're doing. It has to do with your hustle, your determination, and your tenacity. My tenacity, I love hoops, and I'm going to practice, I'm going to play, and also working on the fundamentals of my game. You working on the fundamentals of whatever it is your job is, or whatever your new project is, or whatever your dream is. You have to master the fundamentals first. But the biggest thing that I recognized from a young age that really helped me not only get selected to be on the team and to make the team, but to actually get playing time during the game was having a relentless positive attitude. A relentless positive attitude. That was a thing that I realized was what was going to level the playing field for me. Okay, I'm not as big as the rest of the dudes for the most part. I wasn't the fastest. Wait, time out. Let me back up. I was pretty quick. I can't say that I'm going to beat somebody in a 100-meter dash, but from here to there, woof, baby, quick out the blocks. Quick, lightning quick. Loved it. But it was my positive attitude. That's what made the difference. Don't matter. If we're down by 15 points and there's only 4 seconds to go in the game, I'm still thinking in my head, we got a shot. We definitely got a shot. Yes, 15 points seems like a lot, and there's only 4 seconds. It doesn't really sound probable, but I still think that we have a shot of winning this game. And so I just trained myself to stay positive. I trained myself that no matter what, to stay positive through it all. And my job as a point guard, the position that I played, was and is to control the tempo, the flow of the game. Just like in this podcast, sometimes we have to pick up the pace a little bit. We have to get the action going. We have to create some energy. Yo, let's go. Come on, man. Let's snap it up. Let's pick it up a little bit. And then sometimes when things are getting a little crazy, we have to slow it down. We had to slow it down, regroup, gather ourselves as a team, and get back into the nice flow. Get back into a nice rhythm. So it was a really cool upbringing, and the common denominator is that I was just super passionate about playing ball. So how does this relate to you? Whatever you're doing, just be passionate about it. Be passionate about every single thing that you do. Even if it's not your most favorite activity, this is one of the great parts about PoSiToSiS, is that when you learn and you train and you retrain your brain, your coconut to scan for the positive first, this is the birthplace of passion. When you're positive about something, you start to see the good stuff. You start to realize, hey, this mundane task that before I just really had no interest in, all of a sudden I'm starting to see the possibilities. I'm starting to see, woo, hey, you know what? My whole life I thought this was like the stupidest thing in the world to do, but actually there's some really cool, fun parts about this. And what I started learning, and what I learned is not only did my positive attitude affect my teammates and help my teammates, it helped me more than anything. It helped me start to learn and adapt a positive mindset in every single thing that I did and every single thing that I do. And I started to realize that by focusing on the positive, get this, ladies and gentlemen, this is deep. So get out your pencils, baby, because this is going to be deep right here. I started to realize that by focusing on the positive, that it was sending signals to my brain, to my coconut. It was sending signals to the universe that really, in my world, there are no problems, there are only solutions. And that if I stayed focused on the positive, and I really, really believed that there was a positive in every single thing from moment one, that means that there are solutions in abundance. So the PoSiToSiS mindset is about training and retraining your brain to scan for the positive first. Let me repeat that, folks. The PoSiToSiS mindset is about training and retraining your brains to scan for the positive first. Man, that was nice. So I think at this point right here, I'm getting a little worked up, so we need to chill it out. So ladies and gentlemen, okay. This might relax us a little bit right here. So what I need you to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, is just downshift a little bit. Yeah, and I just want you to just kick back and enjoy this dope track by Metroverse. Also, I want to give a shout out to the professor. Rest in peace, Professor. Thank you for the love, for all the lessons. So let's talk now about the first thought that you lean in. The first